Hey everybody, it's Mike Cross once again, and I am so happy. I want to thank everybody for viewing my video about passing the Security Plus. I want to thank everybody for commenting. Man, you guys have been so inspirational, but this video right here is going to be a little different. I am going to explain to you exactly what I did to land a job at the Pentagon. You would not believe how different IT work is. I got more time to play around in my studio. I'm recording and different things. More time to play with my guitars. Anyway, and also, I'm going to try to go in order. I'm still excited and everything because I got so much free time. Oops, I still got my badge for the Pentagon and stuff anyway. As soon as I finished recording that video, I actually uploaded it. I didn't even do any edits or nothing. I was just so excited. Who cares? I passed. I am on my way. Then I had to put together a resume. Now, I'm coming from security, armed security. I never did IT before, period. I never even worked on a computer. Well, scratch that. I worked on computers before, but that was years ago when Windows had just started and all that good stuff. I know the concept of computering and everything, but you're not going to believe this. So I had to put a resume together. So I started calling all my friends and family members. Yeah, I passed. Congratulations, all this stuff. So what you going to do next? Man, I got to put a resume together. He said, you can copy mine. What? Wait a minute. I can't just copy your resume. Yeah, man. I have 10 to 15 people saying, oh, you want to use my resume? Or you want to copy my resume? And I'm like, copy your resume? You know, I never done a resume before. So I was like, well, yeah, let me see your resume. That way I can know how to format the resume and all that good stuff. You're not going to believe this. This is crazy. So I went to top people and they were saying things to me like, well, I'll just send you over my resume and you can make a copy of it. And I'm like, this must go on more than I think it does. Anyway, that was my first situation. I got like 10 things I want to share with you guys, and they're going to get interesting. I cannot believe I've been living in the wrong world, so to speak. But anyway, I cannot believe work in the IT world. I'm trying to make sure the camera stays focused. Maybe if I stay still. But I'm so excited because I couldn't believe how many views I was getting, and thanks for subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel. Everybody says that, so it should be obvious. Please subscribe to my channel. I will help you guys out. Another side note again, Google Security Plus. That's all I did was Googled and studied, and Professor Messer, man. I mean, that's the key right there. That's the secret to Professor Messer. My study guide stuff, I don't have that stuff anymore. I mean, it's anyway, back to what this video is about. What I did was I put together a resume, and my resume was not attractive at first. At first, I put down everything I knew in a Security Plus and all that good stuff. And I signed up for all the Get a Job apps, downloaded them, clearance jobs and all that good stuff. Now, here's the thing. My first job interview was over the phone. I never knew that they do job interviews over the phone. And they're going to ask you some questions. And I looked on YouTube and noticed that they were saying they're going to do interviews and ask you IT questions. Anything that was on that test is not what they asked you in my interview. I did 4 over the telephone interviews, and I could not believe that the stuff they was asking me was not even on the test. Come find out that my clearance, I don't even know if I should be telling y'all this, but I don't care. My clearance is still in interim. So once I found that out, I was letting the people know that actually I don't have a clearance yet. My clearance is still in interim. So if you guys have a clearance or your clearance is in the interim, you can still get a job. Don't let that discourage you. I was like, well, look, man, I'm just gonna be honest because I'm working, but this is a dream of mine to get out of this uniform, carrying this gun belt. Oh my gracious, it was killing me. So, oh, by the way, this is what I wore to work today. Yay! Anyway, so I didn't have to come home, change my clothes, no bulletproof vest on, sweating and everything. It was real nice outside. So, number two, I'm on number two. I'm gonna get through this. Y'all bear with me. The second thing is, people was coming back to me. They got recruiters. These recruiters are going to be hitting you, emailing you, and they're going to try to lowball you. 50,000 a year, 60,000 a year. Some people was like, well, take that, man, take that. At least you got your foot in the door. I'm doing re-imaging at the Pentagon. The thing that tripped me out was I went in there. I was real nervous or whatever the case may be, but I'm kind of skipping forward. Let me get back to I was getting ready to accept this one job. It was kind of lowball, and I said, well, I couldn't believe after 4 interviews, the very first people that interviewed with me called me back. So now I know that my interim, my clearance is still in interim. I know this now. So the first thing I'm saying to the people is like, yeah, man, they want to hire you. They want you to start Friday. And I'm like, what? I need to give my job 2 weeks notice. Nuh-uh. This is IT world. It's something different. Man, they need you to start Friday. And I was like, well, first it was, they need you to start Monday. But Monday was a holiday, so they wanted me to start that Tuesday. That's what it was. They need you to start Tuesday. And I was like, well, I want to give my job a 2 weeks notice and all this good stuff. Never happened. Next thing you know, they called me back. So when I was talking to the guy, I was like, yo, just want to let you know that my clearance is still in interim. Yeah, they know that, but they want you. And this is at the Pentagon because I got off the phone with the other 2 or 3 other jobs, and they called me back, was like, yeah, man, you got to have a full-blown clearance because, you're going to be working at the Pentagon, and, they don't play that in the Pentagon. You got to have a full-blown clearance. And I'm like, yeah, I can understand that because, it's the Pentagon, the Pentagon is the safest building in the world. And they claimed airplane hit it, but that's a side note. Anyway, this one thing I want to explain to you. I'm getting to this. I'm getting through this. It's gonna be a long video, but it's gonna be worth it at the end. Trust me. I could not believe that these people was hiring me with an interim. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went up there. I'm studying my books, trying to make sure I got my stuff, my Kerberos, my TAC S Plus. I actually downloaded and installed Windows 10 on my mother's computer, just so I can, get the feel of what's going on and everything, because I don't want to go in there and not know what I'm doing, right? So, anyway, fast forward to the first day on the job. First day was, the guy called me back and said, look, man, they're going to fill your seat. They want you to start Friday. And I'm like, what? So I called my lieutenant. I was like, look, man, it's either sit on the pot or, it's either ride or die. You know what I'm saying? It's either ride or die. So I'm like, man, I've been waiting. About 2 or 3 weeks, all these interviews, emails, and all this type of stuff. 2 or 3 weeks went past. So I'm like, man, I'm jumping out there. I'm going to do it. Friday. I said, look, man, by the way, on my job, I've been on the job for 8 years straight, and I never called off sick or slick. Never did it. I'm always there. Oh, wait a minute. So 8 years without missing a day on the job. And I'm like, look, man, I know I told y'all Tuesday, but Friday I'm not going to be able to make it. So one of the lieutenants owed me a favor. So he said, look, man, I'll make sure you get off, but I need you to stay tonight. And I'm like, cool. I just want Friday off. So Thursday was my last day on my job and have not been back there since. I'm sorry, guys. I miss you guys. I am having so much fun at this new job. I don't want to come back. I just want to come back and say hi. I don't want to get back in that uniform. But anyway, my first day on this job, first day, I was running late and I'm all nervous because my alarm clock didn't go off. I'm mad. I couldn't sleep anyway. But my alarm clock comes and my wife wakes up. Dear, You're running late. I'm like, so now I'm speed bump. I brushed my teeth real quick. I didn't take a shower. I put on the nicest clothes I could and jetted. I'm buttoning up my uniform. I'm buttoning up my shirt and everything while I'm driving down the street, trying not to get no ticket, but I'm rolling. And as soon as I got to the Pentagon, I called the guy like, yeah, I'm here. So I won't be late. So I got there I was supposed to be there at 7:30. I got there at 7:31. And I was like, as soon as I was ready to cross the threshold of the Pentagon, yo, I'm here. Oh, yeah, okay, well, we need somebody to come get you and everything. It took somebody 30 minutes after, first of all, I had to, 7:30. It was around 8 o'clock when I finally got a parking space and got to the right door where the visitors was at, the visitor location. Anyway, I'm sitting there. I had to wait another 30 minutes before somebody came down to get me. And the guy who I was waiting on was already there, just sitting there. So he went away, and then he came back. Okay, I'm thinking all this is my fault. Oh man, I was running a little late. Oh, no problem. Do you want to stop and get some coffee or anything? And I'm like, they say stuff like that just to be nice to you. And I'm like, no, I don't need no coffee. I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to do IT. Let's get it going. And I got a pen and paper with me because I know I'm going to take a lot of notes because I really don't know what I'm doing, right? Anyway, now I'm at the job. We're waiting. I'm not going to show y'all my badge or whatever the case may be, but I don't have one of these. Anyway, we got this red badge. The red badge means you have to be escorted everywhere you go. Okay, now, the red badge, at first they were saying it mean that you had to stay in this room. You couldn't even walk around unless you was escorted. But they kind of changed that. So we sitting there Friday, all day we're sitting there. And a tech would come in and say, I need 2 people. And then they'd go out. But I had to start doing like paperwork and stuff, filling out all the insurance, whatever the case may be, paperwork. So I couldn't go, but I'm like, man, I want to go. I want to see what they doing. I know they working on computers, whatever. So we're sitting there. So I started rapping to some of the other guys. I was like, yo, how long y'all been sitting there? One guy sitting back, he chilling. He like this. Man, we've been sitting in here for 5 days straight. And I'm like, 5 days straight? What y'all doing? Oh, man, we on YouTube or just doing, we waiting on our badges. And I'm like, dang, y'all been waiting for 5 days? Yeah, we just sitting here getting paid. And the other guy making jokes and everything. Oh, man, we just in here just having fun getting paid. Now, some of the guys is in the military, so they can walk around, but so some of the guys that escort you got to go to the bathroom, you got to get escorted. So for me, it was only 2 days. So Friday and then the next day, Monday. Tuesday, they was giving us green badges, which means we can walk around without being escorted. But we still can't do any work. So now we kind of getting to know each other and everything. And my point is I'm trying to make is, where I come from, we had to do work. We had to be there on time. It got to the point where it's like, there's no such thing as on time. Like today, for example. Today I was at work. I know some people probably be mad for me saying this, but out of an 8-hour day, I probably did 2 hours worth of work. And that's on an average every day. And I had some funny stories I want to tell you. Like for example, we're going to get the computers. I'm stacking 30 computers on my cart to take down. And they looking at me like, man, you gonna drop some of them computers? No, I did it before, man. I can get 30 on this cart. Watch, boom, 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 bam. Ain't nothing happened, no problem. Cool. Next day, man, let's go get the computers. Man, why you putting some of on your cart? Cuz, man, I'm trying to get the work done. I'm trying to impress people. I'm trying to let the people. I'm imaging 20 computers in one day. For some reason, everybody else is imaging 10, maybe 12 a day. Oh, man, you making us look bad, man. Come on, man. You got to do. See, I don't understand what's going on to the point where people saying I'm putting too many. You're going to break that cart and all this. Man, this cart can handle it, whatever. Next thing you know, it hit me like a ton of bricks. You don't want to work so fast that the contract, we are already behind. And the supervisor calls me in the office, Mr. Cross, you need to not put a lot of computers on the cart. A lot of people are saying, I have not dropped one computer. I haven't broke anything. So I'm like, yes, sir. And I said, but aren't we behind? He said, yeah, we behind. But it's almost like safety first. Forget, yeah, we behind, but don't break any computers. I haven't broke anything. Anyway, only thing I notice is if you're running late, so what? I can't believe that. If you're on your phone, so what? I cannot believe that we had to go move some computers. We don't move computers all the time, but we had to move some computers. Okay, it's time to do some work. That's work, labor. The guy looked and said, man, I was about to go to lunch. And he said, oh, well, take your lunch. No problem, no problem. And then after the guy left, he turned around and looked at me and said, see, that works every time. And I'm laughing. I'm like, dude, we got to get this stuff done. We're behind. The contract has already been extended. Anyway, one more quick story. I wanted to say. Wait a minute. Let me get this one together because it gotta be a funny one. The supervisor came in. Oh, two more stories. Okay, two more stories. First of all, the supervisor came in, was looking for two of the techs. They called the rooms that they were supposed to be in. They said, no, we haven't seen them all day. Whatever. All right, I'm like, oh, shucks, these guys going to get in trouble. Here it is. I'm waiting for somebody to get in some serious trouble because it ain't no work being done. Not just 1 day or 2 days. It ain't no work being done for weeks. You got this many orders to do, and you did this much for the whole day. The next day, you got this many orders to do, and you still did this much. So now they trying to, well, people being slick, ain't nothing happening. So they looking for people. They look for two of the techs. Saw the guy. He looked outside in the Pentagon. There's a middle courtyard that I always dreamed about. See, I know some people that work at the Pentagon over years and everything, and they would tell me, yeah, it's middle of the courtyard and all this stuff. And my imagination is like, that courtyard, I want to see it. But, I don't have no credentials to even go in the building, so I know I can't get to the middle. So I'm thinking that the further in each road, it's like the higher your security up, like the president be in the middle and all this stuff. I didn't know. Anyway, so I finally got to see the middle and all that good stuff. Walked around, got lost plenty of times. You can get lost in the Pentagon real fast. I don't know what dummy put this system together to find your way around in the Pentagon because everybody gets lost. Anyway, so the supervisor goes out and see them in the courtyard. And then he comes back. Yeah, they just chilling in the courtyard. They ain't doing the work. They ain't even do they round. Nobody's seen them. Yeah, they just chilling in the courtyard. Nobody's seen them. They're going to get in trouble. So next thing you know, he talking, yeah, I'm going to have to make an example out of somebody. I'm like, oh, my God. I said, man, I said, go ahead, man. Don't fire the guys or whatever. They came in and they said, yeah, we saw you looking at us in the courtyard. They said, oh, yeah, man, we was on break. And that shut everything up. And I was like, you mean that worked? What about, they called where you were supposed to be at and they said they didn't see you. What about all that? He said, oh, well, take a break and everything. So y'all great go back and, yeah, we great go now. And that was it. What? I come from a job. I got written up for being 2 minutes late to my post. I got written up and been sent home for 3 days just for checking my cell phone. And I was going to turn it off. I have got written up for a week and suspended for something I didn't even do. And when they finally figured out why we was not doing what we were supposed to do, what we told the supervisor, they suspended me. And they was like, oh, okay, well, now we know, go back to work. Anyway, now, the paychecks is on point. They make sure you get your paychecks on point. They make sure you can take your lunch breaks anytime you want. They make sure, wait a minute. I still got two more things in my head. Now, this is the important stuff. Don't worry about if you don't know anything. Please, please, please believe me when I say this. Don't worry about anything that was on that test. If you can follow directions, like for example, let's say you're signing up for Facebook. First time getting to Facebook, it says, put your name, right? You put in your name, right? Make up a password. If you can sign up for Facebook and learn how to work Facebook on the fly or YouTube or anything like that, then you can do IT work. If you don't know how to do something, all you got to do is ask somebody, one of these computer geeks or somebody that really knows what they're doing. Um, Forgive me because you may not want to ask some of them computer geeks because they'll start telling you so many, well, the algorithms of the technical computer, they start telling you so much stuff, you be like, okay, thank you, never mind. So, and I say that because, and I love it to death, we got a person on our team, I'm just going to say a person, because there's two or three of them, that don't know a thing. And I'm looking at this I'm looking at this person and I'm saying, how did you get here? Funniest thing, just okay. How do you set up the bios? I want to learn how to do this, and I'm like, oh, okay, because I'm rolling now. I know what I'm doing. They show me do this. You got to check this. They give you a long list of things. Go here, and you just read the directions. Cut the box here. So you cut the box here, and they show you a little. They show you straight directions. If you don't know and you don't understand some of the directions, all you gotta do is ask somebody. So now I'm trying to teach you. Oh, it's simple. It's real easy. You go to the bios. You hit F10. Start the bio. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, F10. She hit F10. I said, no, sweetheart, you got to keep hitting it. So then they ask you for your password. Of course, on the Security Plus test, they tell you when you get a computer, the first thing you want to do is change the password. Because the password is password. So, of course, you want to change that, right? So she goes in and okay, what's the password? So I explained to her when it comes from the manufacturer, the password is password. Okay. So she types in PASSWORD. And she looks at me and says, okay, now what? And I said to myself, ain't this a... I said, wait a minute. And so the other guy looks at me and I said, wait a minute. When you type in a password, even if you sign it into your email or sign it into Facebook, once you type the password in, what do you do next? I could not believe this. And this, oh my God, I was like, are you serious? You hit enter. She said, oh, okay. Well, why didn't you tell me that? I said, well, the screen said, please enter password. Once you enter the password, what you do next? And so after 2 or 3 days later, I realized that you don't need to know Security Plus to do Security Plus. That's terrible, ain't it? I'm telling y'all, don't worry. And then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And some of them fake it like, yeah, I know. One more story, and then I'm gonna shut this down. I could not believe that we had 2 or 3 people on our team. After 2 or 3 weeks of working there, this guy come walking in like, yeah, we gotta check in and we gotta check out. So whatever time you get there, do 8 hours and check out. That's how it's rolling right now. Now, this is the part that tripped me out. The guy comes in and we all looking like, who's this guy? Like, is he a supervisor? We don't know this guy, right? And he walks up to the lady and goes, oh yeah, so checking out. And then he walks back out the room and we all looking at each other like, who is he? And she goes, oh, he's one of the techs. We like, we ain't never seen this guy before. Then there's another guy. Okay, we got this great big old room. We got this big room that we gotta put away our cell phones. That's the only thing I don't like. Anything Bluetooth for cell phones, we got to put them in these little cubby holes. So we're in the room, but we can't get online and stuff now that we got IDs and everything. So inside the room with all the computers and where we work at is another, like a conference room where we all sit at and wait to be called, wait for our orders and stuff. Anyway, now some of the techs will sit out and talk to some of the lead techs and some of the administrators, rooms and different things, little cubicles. It may be an open area where people haven't set up yet. So this one guy is sitting there every day, and he's with, it's 2 guys I know. I'm kind of popular. I was in the music industry. So it's 2 guys I know from being in music and stuff. And the guy, like, he know my name. Hey, Mike Cross, man, you the man. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, what do these guys do? I'm thinking, they do the big real stuff, right? And So they sitting there, they got their headphones on, and they, I'm trying not to look at their computers. I don't want to be nosy, but sometimes they look like they doing work, right? And other times they're looking at videos. I said, well, I'm pretty sure they can look at videos while they doing their work. But they got their headphones on, and I know they working. They working. I want to know what they doing. Come find out. One of the guys sitting in the cubicle is supposed to be in the room with us. And he been sitting there for 2 weeks. He come in and check out. He come in here and sit in that cubicle, man. Focus. He come in here and sit in that cubicle, man, for 2 weeks. And I was like, I thought he was on 18. And the guy said, oh, no, because I know the dude that worked with me, right? So I said, man, this guy, I said, he don't work with y'all? He said, nah, he don't work with us. He work with y'all. I'm like, oh. The whole time he been sitting here, and what make it so bad, the supervisors didn't even know. And this guy's been getting a paycheck. Oh my God. I'm not trying to bust nobody's bubble, but it's amazing some of the stuff I have seen, man, as being an IT tech, man. And it's this one little guy, man. This is the last story, man. And I'm finally getting out on the room, on the floor. Got my badge and all that stuff. I'm on the floor. They give me a list, and we got to go. The reason why I'm still hanging with somebody, because I admit it, I don't know what I'm doing. And I haven't been out on the floor yet to even go through the steps to learn what I'm doing, but to learn what to do. But so they keep me doing the imaging because, that's what I was hired to do. So I know how to do the imaging, but I can't log in because, remember, I got an interim clearance. So somebody else got to log in and move the IP address and move to the right OU. And I kept calling it IO because in the music industry we use an IO. So anyway, so they laughing at me of that, but they correct me, it's OU. So now this video is getting 32 minutes. So we moving it. So I can't sign in or log on. So other people got to log in for me. But I'm going upstairs with this guy because he's funny and he talks and I'm like I'm with him. I like him. I think he really knows what he's doing. So what I'm doing is actually following him. He gets up there. He's talking to one of the secretaries, and she tell him all the stuff he need to do. He tells her, well, it might be your car. You need to call security and get your car looked at. And I'm like, it can't be nothing wrong with her car because she logged in. She said she logged in first and all that. So we left out of the room. He said, man, I ain't feel like working on her computer. And I'm cracking up laughing. I'm like, dude, why would you tell her that? And that's not even the problem. Anyway, look, man, security IT, once you get that test done and completed, pass that test is the biggest hurdle. And then the job interview, the on the phone job interview, one of the two things you want to say, I'm a fast worker and I never call off. I always come to work. I try to come to work on time, and I'm a fast learner. I can learn anything. Those two things will get your feet in the door, period. I don't care what anybody says. Don't worry about what you know. They ask you a question. Have you ever worked with this? Have you ever worked with that? Be honest. If you can't remember it from the test or anything, like don't act like, yeah, I know Kerberos and WAP and I know all my acronyms. Don't even go in there like that. You go in there like that, they're gonna weed through you because they know they stuff and they know that you don't know. But if you look, I'm good with my hands. I can remember things. If I don't know the answer, I research it. If you take that approach, you will get hired. I'm Mike Cross. Peace out. Thank everybody for subscribing. One last thing. I put the video up on the wrong channel. I'm running 3 channels. Please subscribe to all 3 of my channels. I am putting up YouTube videos. This is one of the thumbnails. One of the YouTube videos right here. For the MC Sounds, the recording studio. Check out my music. Check me out. Me and my family, we're going places. I want y'all to follow me. Peace out. Thanks. I could not believe that but worked on computers and everything. Now, so somebody is not there, or it's an open cubicle. They still haven't set up their office. So it may be an open cubicle, 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 cubicle. It may be an open cubicle.